Once again, welcome to the ceremony and the induction in the 53rd class of the Elon Sports Hall of Fame. It is a class that includes 19 all-conference choices, including 9 first-team honors and 2 different conference players of the year. But it is my honor at this time to begin the ceremony and introduce the Elon University Director of Athletics, Jen Strawley, for some opening thoughts.
Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome home to so many of you who've come back to Elon to celebrate this special occasion. Today we induct the 53rd Hall of Fame class of Elon Athletics. This group joins an illustrious group of Elon Hall of Fame members who have set the standard for excellence here at Elon. If there are any current members of the Hall of Fame here, can you please stand? Do we have any? Let's give them a round of applause. I may have only been at Elon for a short period of time, but it is clear to me what a truly special place this is. An institution grounded in its values, but unafraid to be bold and innovative. A place deeply invested in its people, and on the development and mentoring of young people. And today, we get to celebrate 7 incredible members of the Elon family. Individuals who have had a profound impact on our community, and who are true role models for this generation of staff, coaches, and student athletes. They are all Americans, all conference student athletes, program record holders, professional draft picks, all-time winningest coaches, and an administrator who spent 43 years dedicated to this institution. They are now a doctor, a senior VP with Truist, a hitting coach, working with a professional soccer organization, an accounting manager at Nike, a senior project manager at WX Tite, and one who's enjoying a well-deserved retirement. Induction into the Hall of Fame represents excellence in all you do, and is reflective of the amazing accomplishments during your time at Elon. You represent the best of Elon Athletics, and today we have the privilege to honor you for your outstanding careers and your representation of Elon University and Elon Athletics. But we also know you did not get here on your own. It is not without family members, friends, teammates, professors, and others who have supported you along the way. And I know many of you have the village with you here today, so let's also offer them a round of applause for the support of all of you. As we look to the future of Elon Athletics, we build on an incredibly strong foundation. I could not be more excited to be here to set a bold and innovative path forward that provides our student athletes today with the opportunities to excel as these 7 individuals have. On behalf of Elon University and Elon Athletics, I welcome these 7 new members to our Hall of Fame, a truly special and deserved honor. I'm excited to celebrate with each of you, and thank you for all you have done for Elon. Congratulations and enjoy this special day. I'll turn it back over to Taylor.
Jen, thanks so much. Our first inductee this afternoon just wrapped up 43 years of service this past spring to Elon. Named the Director of Athletic Training Services in 1980, this inductee was the lone member of the sports medicine staff for the first 9 years of his tenure. From 1988 to 2007, he was also the Director of Athletic Trainer Education Program and was responsible for establishing the program, writing the self-study, and achieving the accreditation as well as the re-accreditation in 2005. He was also an associate professor in the Department of Exercise Sports Science during his time at Elon and had no fewer than 5 peer-reviewed published works during his tenure. He earned his bachelor's degree in biology from the State University of New York and the College of Brockport, and his master's from Indiana State, but he will always be a name that is synonymous with Elon Athletics. This afternoon, he becomes just the 5th non-coach or player to be inducted into the Elon Sports Hall of Fame since 2005, joining the late Reverend Jim Wagner, the Director of Athletics, Alan White, the late Elon President, Dr. Earl Danley, and Elon Athletics Administrator Kyle Wills. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Marty Baker for induction as the newest member of the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
I didn't get nervous till about 5 minutes ago. I'm shaking like a leaf. Taylor, first of all, thank you very much for your kind remarks. Anybody that knows you knows that Elon is lucky to have you. When you injure yourself, you bleed maroon and gold. Jen, thank you for your kind remarks. First of all, I'd like to add my voice to what I'm sure is a symphony of voices welcoming you to Elon. We're glad you're here. We're awful lucky to have you, and we look forward to watching you create your new legacy and elevate the athletic department at Elon. My legacy is nearly done. My contributions almost finished. Yours, Jen, are just beginning, and I'm hoping you'll give me 2 or 3 minutes to give you some unsolicited advice. The legacy that you build and the ability that you elevate our student athletes and their experiences will not largely be determined by the head coaches that you hire. Sorry, Darren. Elon has a unique ability to attract quality candidates to the positions that they have. I believe your presence here today is evidence of that. It will not be determined largely by the senior administrators that you have around you. Now, make no mistake, I know every single one of them, and they are Marty Baker approved. I do think, hi Henry, I hear you out there somewhere. It will be determined, in my opinion, by an equipment manager staying late the night before a contest, folding laundry, making sure the uniforms are ready, and anticipating the needs of the student athletes they serve even before they know they need something. I believe your ability to elevate Elon's more than 400 student athletes will be determined by the event management people that arrive hours before the opening kickoff. They're probably over at Rhodes Field right now. And they are here hours after, making sure the facility is safe, that the lights are on, and the scoreboard works. And finally, sorry, a bit biased, it'll be determined by the athletic trainers that work each and every day, making sure that the student athletes who they have the privilege of working with are safe and are able to participate at their full level. I will tell you, Jen, that this group is thirsty for a leader that is an advocate for them. It is not something that they readily seek, but they like to know it's there. So I hope you will take time and get to know these folks, be their advocates, develop not just by word, respectfully talk is cheap, by your actions, by the policies that you develop, and if you will do that, they will walk through fire for you. I appreciate that. I'd like to recognize some people, and too many times as an athletic trainer, I had to put my family second, third, maybe a little bit further down that. I'm very fortunate. One of the best things that Elon ever gave me, the best thing that Elon ever gave me, is my wife. My wife and my 3 children and their spouses are here today with one exception. My son-in-law, who happens to be an athletic trainer, is on the sidelines of ODU's football stadium, where currently, I don't know if I have an updated score, ODU's beating the heck out of Wake 14-0. So if I can get them to stand, I'm not sure I know where they are. Oh, they're up there. Stand up, guys. I am truly blessed. That's all I can tell you. You can't do a job like I have without a solid family base. And Jill is my rock. Make no mistake about that. Sometimes she throws that rock at me, but all right. So I also like to recognize some people that I see here, and I hope I don't miss anybody. So 43 years ago, I was hired as the athletic trainer. I think Taylor said Director of Athletic Training Services, and that's probably a title that was given later. But I was the only athletic trainer, so I guess I was the head guy. So it is, when you were hired then, you also taught. So one of the people that was here today, that was here 43 years ago, is Dr. Janie Brown. Janie Brown, I'd like to recognize you. I interviewed with two coaches that day, and both of them are here today, Bill Morningstar and Jerry Tolley, the basketball coach and football coach. Guys, thank you for hiring me. I appreciate you. And I don't think I saw Alan White, Dr. White, and I don't think he was able to make it today, but he has called me numerous times and congratulated me. So I'd like to recognize those people for somehow seeing something in a 24-year-old kid looking for a job. The other person I'd like to thank is my first team physician, Dr. Bob Carter, is here today. And moving around, could run circles around us. And then lastly, there are two people here that I want to say welcome to. My very first athletic training students are here today, Teddy Blackwell and Chad Wines. So guys, thank you, I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're here. It touches my soul that you're here. So the great thing about athletics is it is a wonderful teacher. It can give you a master class in how to succeed in life. And so there are three lessons that really stick out for me that I'd like to share with you, along with a couple of stories that go with them. The first one is they have to know how much you care before they care how much you know. In 1981, we're playing football. We win a national championship, and a young man has transferred into Elon, and he plays on the offensive line. And there was a huge competition for the position that he played, and somewhere very early in the season, he got hurt, and he wanted very badly to play, and he would do anything to play. He says, Marty, I gotta play. And I said, you're not gonna be able to play. And the closer to the game we got, the more angry he got. And the coaches wanted him to play. And so finally I took the coaches and the kid out to the field, and I said, okay, if you can do these drills without getting hurt, without falling down, with proper function, you can play. 0 for 3. Failed all 3 tests. Didn't play. After the game, naturally we got beat, he comes in, he says, Marty, I want you to know, I'm gonna find a way to get you back. I'm so mad at you, Well, it didn't get me that season, but the following spring he was there, he's playing spring football, and now, I'm 145 pounds in 1981, okay? So, Eddie comes around the play, and he's coming for me. And somebody goes, Marty, you better watch out. And I go, I see him, and I step back, and right past me he goes. Made him look kind of foolish. He says, I'll get you, Baker, don't you worry about it. Fast forward maybe 20, 25 years. I'm at a homecoming, and I see this football player, and he comes up to me and shakes my hand, and he's got something behind him. And I was a little worried, and he says, "Marty, I want to thank you. I didn't play that day, and I was pretty mad, but I realize now that you made the best decision for me because I can chase after this guy." And he reached around, and there is his son. And he says, "If I played that day, I probably would not be able to chase and enjoy my son like I do." And that's a hard thing for an athletic trainer. Sometimes you got to overcome their short-sightedness. I tell that story to kind of prove my point, my life lesson. But sadly, Eddie Hernandez passed away recently, and I honestly believe that something that I did maximized his time on this earth. And I'm extremely grateful for that and thanking Eddie for that and coming to find me. The second lesson that you learn in athletics, among many others, is you're not as good all the time as you think. And Elon, just like life, will not give you everything you want, but will give you everything you need. We're coming back from Liberty University, coming down 29, and we had won in overtime. Cars are passing us on the way back to Elon, tooting their horn, giving a fist, and I'm sitting in the front, and car passes, and they point to the back of the bus. So, oh no. Another one goes by, points to the back of the bus. And I said to the bus driver, "Is there something going on here?" And he goes, "Nah, we're fine." Well, the next car comes over, pulls over, and kind of stops right in the middle of the lane, forces the bus driver to stop and pulls over. The bus driver pulls over, and the lady gets out of the car, comes to the door of the bus, says, "Mister, your bus is on fire." And I look in the back of the bus, and you can't see the back of the bathroom. I mean, there's smoke. And so I told the bus driver, "Open up the door." I said, "Okay, everybody, let's get out. Get up on that hill up there, get away from the bus." Gets out there, the bus driver says, "Oh, we're not on fire." Grabs a handkerchief, opens up the back of the bus, and what do you do when you have a little bit of combustion and you throw oxygen in there? Fire. I said, "Well, do you have a fire extinguisher?" He says, "Yeah, it's in the front of the bus." Well, run to the bus, get it back, squeeze the thing. Oh boy, weak stream. Can't put the fire out. I says, "You got another one?" He says, "I don't know, I don't think so. I think there's one such and such if I go and find it." Come back. There's 3 football players peeing on the fire. That day we really needed a fire extinguisher. We had 3 in the football team. Sometimes life doesn't give you all that you want. It'll give you what you need, though. The last thing, I think Hillary Clinton wrote a book a few years ago about it takes a village to raise a child. The family that I have had over the 43 years that I was with Elon is phenomenal. I remember a time when 3 football players walked out of practice, and a manager had a flat tire. She had to go get her grandmother. And so those 3 football players says, "Well, we'll change your tire." "Well, the jack's broken. I can't." 2 of the 3 football players lifted up the VW Bug that she was driving to allow the third to undo the lug nuts, take the tire off, put the tire back, the spare back on, do the lug nuts, drop it down. I swear they probably could have been a NASCAR team. They did it so fast. That girl was so thankful on that day. I could tell you stories like this to the end of the game, and no, I'm not going to do it. But I want to tell you, the ability to have brothers and sisters on your team that will forever be part of your life is something that is wonderful. And I will be forever grateful to Elon and the student athletes that I had the privilege to participate with. And it's been a wonderful ride, and thank the the committee for getting me in, and I'm sure I was the last one in, because if you take a look at this class, it's one heck of a class. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Long live the Phoenix.
Our next inductee is a name that is found on multiple times inside the record books of Elon women's basketball, as she ranks in the top 10 of 6 different categories, including scoring, rebounding, and block shots. The third most rebounds in program history at 1,000 plus. She is just the third player in program history to finish with 1,300 points and 1,000 rebounds, joining Jeannie Hairston and Vanessa Corbett. Oh, by the way, she became the first person to accomplish that feat in over 30 years, and the first Elon women's basketball player to do so in the Division I era in 2013. The 21 rebounds against UT Chattanooga in 2013 is still the second most in a single game, and she's one of 8 players in program history to be perfect from the line in a ball game with at least 10 opportunities. I mentioned earlier she ranks in the top 10 of block shots. Well, it's a little bit better than just the top 10. Her 227 swats set the program record for not just Elon women's basketball, but Elon basketball as a whole, and her 7 against the Catamounts of Western in 2013 tied the single game mark for Elon women's basketball. She was a 4-time all-conference choice, including a first-team choice by the coaches in 2013, and she was a member of the 2011 team that set a program record for wins at the time in the modern era, when they finished 20-13 and made the first of 2 trips to the Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Kelsey Evans for induction as the newest member of the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
Well, Marty, thank you for making that difficult to follow. Wow, it's truly an honor to stand here today. I stand here humbled in front of so many wonderful athletes, athletic trainers, and coaches. This is a summation of all of the support that I have received from those around me that should be recognized today. I'll start by recognizing my family, which I heard my dad laughing, but not sure where they are. If you could go ahead and stand. I'll take after Marty for that. There we are. You could always hear them in the stands. Thank you. Mom, Dad, I would not be where I am today without you. From coaching me in 3rd grade all the way to me dragging you all the way across the country every summer for AAU. I would not be accepting this award without you teaching me the importance of perseverance and facing adversity head on, and we surely had to do that at times. Logan, I'm sorry that I had to beat you in so many one-on-one games in the driveway, but at least now you can say that you lost to someone in the Hall of Fame. He would definitely beat me now, but we're not going to talk about that. Logan, you taught me how to be courageous. You taught me to not be fearful of what might come, to accept challenges head on and move through them. I have plenty of coaches that I wish I had the time, as Marty said, to stand up here all day and thank. My high school coaches, Coach Blackburn and Coach Kennedy, they taught me what it meant to be physically and mentally tough. Coach Barefoot recruited me to come to Elon. I certainly would not be here without Coach Barefoot. She had an energy about her that was contagious, and she believed in us with an undeniable tenacity. She taught me that I could do things that I never thought were possible, and we were sad to lose her. But we were very excited to gain Coach Smith, who I admired greatly, Not only because she played my position, she was a national champion, but she was an amazing human being. And she pushed me to the limits of my abilities, and she made me better, which I think is one of the greatest things that anyone could do. Not only playing basketball, but she used to tell us, one day the ball will stop bouncing. So you have to make sure that you are pursuing your passions on and off the court. Coach Wick is here as well. He coached me through my last 2 years as well. I met Coach Smith and Coach Wick. We actually went to Europe together when they came along, and we did our European study abroad. And that was a great introduction, but so many lessons that have carried me even to my profession now. And my teammates, some of which are here as well. One in particular, my roommate and my point guard, Allie Ford. So I definitely wouldn't be here without Allie, because my junior year, I didn't pass the conditioning test the first time. Allie did, of course. But Allie ran with me. She made me run every single day until I passed that conditioning test. Even though she had her own workouts and her own things to do, she made me run with her. And then I passed the conditioning test. Allie taught me what it meant to be a good teammate, a good friend, to care about the people around you enough to work for them, to show them that you care about them in more ways than one. So thank you, Allie, for being here. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank my academic advisors, Casey, Dr. Ketchum, Dr. Hall. They allowed me the opportunity to pursue my passions on and off the court. I decided to choose a difficult path. I chose medicine, and I knew it would be difficult. However, they never wavered. They told me it was possible. They told me I could do it, and I accepted that challenge just like I did playing basketball. I want to thank the fans, everyone that's here today, for being here to help us celebrate this wonderful class. This recognition is not just about me. It's a celebration of the boundless potential that exists within each of us. It's a testament to the power of dedication, hard work, and the belief that we can overcome obstacles to achieve our dreams. I hope that my journey can serve as a source of inspiration for others, encouraging them to pursue their passions with unrelenting abilities. Thank you for having me, and thank you for this wonderful honor.
Our next inductee fashioned a top 10 effort in his playing days in home runs, walks, and runs batted in just across the way at Latham Park during his 3 years with Elon Baseball. His 34 home runs are 7th best. His 256 RBIs ranked 9th. 21 of those home runs came in the spring of 2013 when he was the Southern Conference Player of the Year while helping the Phoenix capture the Southern Conference Championship in Greenville, South Carolina, and earn a bid into the NCAA Regional in Charlottesville. His performance in 2013 would lead him to be named to multiple All-American teams, including Baseball America, Louisville Slugger, and the National Baseball Writers Association. A two-time All-Conference choice, 2012 as well. He would be drafted in the 18th round of the 2013 Major League Draft by the Diamondbacks. Ladies and gentlemen, my honor to present Ryan Kinsella for induction as the newest member of the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
After after those two speeches, I'm really wishing I'd written something down. Every time I tried, I just came back to the same thing. It's just, thank you. So I guess I'll just start there. Mom and Dad, I don't know where you are, but thank you. Everything you guys did, hours of front toss, hours of travel, I don't know how many thousands of dollars in equipment, new bats, tournaments, everything. Thank you. Jess, thank you. My grandparents, Nan and Papa, I remember back to probably 3 or 4 years old, having kids that age now and just being out on the field, getting ground balls, pop flies. I wouldn't be here today without any of you. To my teammates, all you that came here, all of you that weren't able to make it, memories on and off the field. Some of those memories off the field, sorry, Coach Kennedy, were things that I'll take with me forever. It's really hoping I wouldn't get emotional. My coaches, on and off the field, Coach Kennedy, Huff, Coach Pete, the weight room, Coach Mack, all you all, I give an immense thank you for turning me into the person that I am today. What Elon did to take us in as just high schoolers, had no path, didn't know where we were going, just like to throw things, hit things, block shots, and we left as adults. So just thank you to Elon. I'm just so happy and proud to be a Phoenix, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but thank you, everybody, and thank you, and just grateful to be a Phoenix forever.
Our next inductee was a two-time first-team All-Southern Conference choice during her time at Hunt Softball Park, which saw her rewrite the record books, finishing in the top of the list in career home runs, single-season home runs, doubles, runs batted in, and slugging. She also finished 5th in hits and 7th in batting average. Named to the Southern Conference All-Freshman team in the spring of 2011, was the cap to a year that saw her rank among the top 20 in the nation with regards to being the toughest to strike out. Just 8 strikeouts and 159 official at-bats. A 3-time All-Conference choice, she was part of an Elon softball program that recorded 4 wins over Power 5 teams, including ranked wins over Georgia Tech and number 8 Georgia. I mentioned the record book earlier. 36 home runs, including a single season of 15, and 138 RBIs still set the standard. Her 51 doubles now rank 2nd all time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Carly Nestor for induction as the newest member of the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
Put this down a little bit. Like Marty said, nothing with the nerves really kicked in until as you hear your name being called out. So this is just literally sunk in. I just feel so blessed to be here. This is such an honor. I'm truly humbled. Thank you to all my people. I see you spread out across for being here today for me. The support is much appreciated. The Lord has blessed me with athletic ability, and through this gift has given me so much. A full-ride scholarship to Elon, where I made some of the best memories of my life. The opportunity to compete collegiately and receive my education while playing the sport that I deeply, deeply love. Some of my old teammates who are here today are still my greatest friends. The things that were taught to me, both mentally and physically, from my coaches, teammates, and friends, are still practiced in my teachings today. Playing and having success at Elon opened up doors for me to start a career giving hitting lessons, where I've been teaching the sport I love on a daily basis since I graduated. I could literally write a book with all the great experiences and memories made throughout my time at Elon. The bonds that were formed are strong, they run deep, and still hold a special place in my heart even today. Thank you to my parents for always being present. And always telling me that they were proud of me and that they loved me, and watching me play, even when I would go 0 for 4 with 4 infield pop-ups. For reminding me, for teaching me and sharing your love for Christ with me throughout my whole life. And always reminding me that's who I turn to the most when I fall short and struggle. For taking me out of the state to play, to open up doors for me to be recruited, even though I ended up about 45 minutes from home. And for all the sacrifices you made over the years to get me where I needed to be. Currently, I'm a hitting coach that works with multiple parents and kids throughout the week. So now more than ever, I realize the sacrifices that were made for me and just to get me where I need to be today. I'm forever grateful to both of you for that. Thank you to my brother Jacob for being there with me throughout my whole career. Even when he had a career of his own, he sacrificed many weekends of time to be there for me. Thank you to all of my Elon coaches, my travel coaches, my high school coaches, for the life lessons, teachings, opportunities, friendship, and all of the continued support even today. Thank you to my teammates and close friends for the memories, love, and overflowing support now and then. It takes a village, and you all kept me grounded when I needed it the most. Thank you to my husband, Brandon, who, although wasn't present during my time of play, has continued to support me and my love for softball since we've known each other. Ever since the beginning, he knew that it was rooted deep and has always been there for me. Thank you, Elon University Athletics, Hall of Fame Committee, and all involved for making this happen, for me and all the other inductees here. I worked really hard to get where I'm at today. I think about the obstacles that I overcame, both mentally and physically, personal sacrifices, and countless hours that we all would spend working on mental toughness and being the best that we could be at our sport. Thank you, Lord, for instilling the work ethic and drive in me to be successful in this sport and really make an impact. I consider this to be one of the highest honors we all can achieve as athletes. And it feels great to be here today calling myself officially a Hall of Famer. I'm giving all the glory to God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you all.
Our next inductee is the all-time coaching wins leader in Elon men's soccer history. His 94 wins include 3 straight Southern Conference crowns from 11 to 13. There are a multitude of impressive numbers for this inductee, but one that jumps out is that in 3 straight Southern Conference tournaments, his teams gave up a grand total of 6 goals in 9 games. The 2012 and 2013 teams both won a Division I program mark of 15 matches, and the 2013 team hosted an NCAA tournament match, knocking off Clemson on penalty kicks. This 4-time Southern Conference Coach of the Year led Elon to 4 league titles, and during his tenure, the Phoenix produced 45 all-conference choices, 4 Conference Players of the Year, 2 Freshmen of the Year, and 6 of his players went on to play professionally. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Darren Powell for induction as the newest member of the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
Wow. When you've got the back to the audience, you don't realise how many people are here and how many faces are out there. So, but first off, just good afternoon to everybody. It's great to be back on campus and see so many familiar faces. But first and foremost, just congratulations to all the inductees. I know how much time and how much effort goes into collegiate athletics, and you all did an absolute amazing job and amazing speeches. And just congratulations to you and your families as well. I'm honoured, humbled to be stood here in front of everybody. You know, you hear the list of honours, but you don't really pay attention to those things as a coach as you're going through it. You're just teaching players, helping players, and enjoying your time together. I've got so many people to thank, people that are in the room, people that are not in the room, but I want to make sure if I do miss somebody, I do apologise, but at the same time, just thank you for everybody for being here, supporting your families as well. And first person I'd like to thank is probably the most important person in my life. Is my wife. Just your support, your caring nature, always inspirational, helping everybody. So I always appreciate that. My two children. Naomi and Caleb grew up on this campus. They were very young when we first arrived in 2005. They're both not here today, actually preparing for soccer games themselves. My daughter is living her dream, playing in Scotland, and has a game tomorrow. And then my son is on the rival Colonial Athletic team at UNC Wilmington, and he's playing against Charleston tonight. So, but both of them grew up on this campus. And I actually spoke with my son this morning, Caleb, and he said, "Dad, it'd be really cool to play against Elon later this year." And my response to him was, because he's just got his first bit of playing time this week, my family were present, my extended family were present at the game. He got his first moments playing on the field, so he's super proud. And I just told him, "You need to go and tell your coach. You scored over 100 goals on the field at Rudd." And one of the things we treasured the most was those times when they would come, they kick balls on the goal, pre-game, post-game, days off. We really were on this campus a lot, and my children are both very grateful, and my daughter actually played for NC State versus Elon on Rudd Field as well, so those moments are pretty special. Extended family, friends that are here, my good friend, Dan Citrone, we started the first day coaching together at Greensboro College, and he was a lacrosse coach, I was a soccer coach. The first day on the job, we were together and continued to stay in touch, and I'm very grateful for that. And Jessica, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, thank you for being here today. Really means a lot to me. Going back 2005, so I have to say thank you to Dr. White. Dr. White hired me, took a chance on me, and was ever so nice to me every single day that he was in the building and we worked together. But Clay Hazard, Kyle, Faith, all of you guys, thank you for taking a chance on me in those early years and giving me the opportunity to work at such a wonderful university. And Clay, thank you for giving me at least 30 seconds to look at my first ever coaching contract and tell me to just sign it here. I appreciate that. And one of the things I'm most proud about with the group is when we were here, I actually, on that interview with Clay mentioned to me, I asked him, how many people come to the games? And Clay said to me, maybe 3 or 4 students, a couple of parents, 1 man, a couple of dogs. And so I looked at him and looked him in the eye and said, we're going to change that. We want to change that. And that'd be part of the culture that we have here and the support. The baseball team was amazing support. We had some fun times together. just at the games and cheering athletes, supporting athletes was fantastic. But from day one, the first game we were playing Duke in a pre-season game, and there was not many people there. There was, what Clay said, he was correct, there was a couple of students, a couple of dogs, and we were watching the game together. And the benches were on this side, and you're trying to concentrate, you're playing Duke, big game, so you're trying to concentrate, and all I could hear was a couple of students talking about maybe the night before or the night ahead. People talking about they've got to get the laundry done, they've got to get the studies done, and there was not much focus from me as a coach. I was all over the place, like, this is Division 1 college athletics, we want to make this program special. So I went in with Clay on the Monday and said, can we put the benches on the other side and the supporters on one side? Clay's like, well, why would you do that? So I spoke and I said, well, why wouldn't we do that? And Kyle came in and goes, Coach, the sun will be in your eyes. I said, I'm not worried about the sun. I want to focus on the game. I'll wear a hat. And soon enough, those benches were moved to the other side. And then floodlights came, stadium came, supporters came. And one of the proudest moments, and I know several people took pride in this, is when we played Clemson in the NCAA tournament in the opening night and managed to win that game against a favourite team in front of 4,000 people. And that moment was special and something that we'll take with us forever. Yes, you can talk about the success, you know, on and off the field, but we took a lot of pride with the classroom. You know, one of the things the program grew the last couple of years, top 20 on the field, but also top 10 academically, and that was very special for all of us. And you know, I'd be amiss if I don't thank all the players, and that's every player. It's not the ones that went on to play professionally. Yes, thank you to those. It's not the ones that were all Americans, thank you to everybody, but it's every single player that rostered here was special. There was a reason why they were at Elon, there was a reason why they were part of that program, and every player that played here has special meaning to me personally. I remember every single one, every single athlete, how they were recruited, and it became a really good, special place. And one of the players, I've had several texts this week, and when you try and reflect on different texts that you get, I had one from a player, and I think this sums it up. And I'll remain nameless because this player didn't play very many games, very many minutes, very few. And this was the one that I held very dear to me during the course of this week. And he said, and just to summarise it, Elon, coach, Elon was the best place on earth during 2005, 2009. And that meant so much that he had such a good experience. And I think most people in this room can attest how special this place is. And that's the one that stuck out. We talk about togetherness with that group of players. The players were fantastic. They worked hard. They enjoyed off the field as well. They were just a great group of guys. And then Gabe Lateague sent me a picture this week. And many people in the room will know Gabe. He ended up being drafted by the New England Revolution. And he sent a picture. And there was 15 players on that picture. And those players had probably graduated 10 years ago. 15 players. It was a good team. I could have won with that team. There was good players in that picture. But they were with their own children. All 15 still hanging out together, still sticking together. They didn't invite the coach, but that's okay. But sticking together with their families. And, you know, that's what college athletics is about. It's that togetherness, it's that family, and it's that brotherhood that sticks with you. And that's the most important thing as a coach that you see and you can transfer to your teams. And that happened with Elon during those years, and it's something I take a great deal of pride in. I'm also grateful for all the assistant coaches and staff, support staff that worked here. I'm proud of everybody that came through this program. We have support staff that went with the USA to the World Cup, athletic directors of coaching. They were all part of their journey was with Elon. The assistant coaches, we have assistant coaches that went on to be Division 1 head coaches, all being very successful. We all stay in touch, and you know, they're all very successful in their own rights. Chris Little, who was here for 4 or 5 years alongside me, Chris is actually coaching his Major League Soccer debut tonight. And one of the things I said to my wife is we need to be here, be back by 9:30 because I want to watch that game. He actually just texted me and said, what time can we get on the phone? He's so passionate. He coaches his debut against New England Revolution tonight at 9:30. And that's another Elon supporter, Elon coach. And it's just fantastic to see how well they're all doing. Every one of them, their hard work and dedication was greatly appreciated during the time, and I hope we had some fun along the way. The Elon community. As a coach, I think it's important that you coach for players to have good memories, for supporters to have good memories, the staff, the support staff, everybody, the whole Elon community to have good memories, and we had those. We had athletes supporting athletes, which is great. We had some really good moments during those years. But when you can create history and create different memories along the way, there's different stories that stick out. And where's Troy? Is Troy still here? So Troy came in, didn't know anything about soccer, and asked me, what team do I support? I said, Troy, I can't decide that for you. Come, go and have a look, see what you think. 2 days later, he's like, sir, I'm going to support Tottenham Hotspur. So he took his homework, went away, gave me his reasons why. Troy, that first year, followed soccer and he loved soccer, he loved the players, and he was an absolute joy to be around and a pleasure. He also told me in gathering at my house with the coaches and staff at the end of the year, he told me he'd never seen the ocean. I said, we'll make sure that happens next year. We played Wilmington at the start of the year in a tournament, and we went to the Atlantic Ocean. By winning that big game, we got to go to the Pacific Ocean. We saw both oceans that year, and it's something that we take a lot of pride in, and the joy that we made you dip your toes in that ocean. Those memories are massive, and they create joy. So if you're still playing, if you're still coaching, create history, create memories, and have joy. When I stepped on campus last night, that's what I felt when I came here, is joy. It was an absolute pleasure to be back on campus. Honoured to be with such a great group of inductees. And thank you for my time here, for my family's time here, and appreciate everybody. Thank you.
It makes sense that if you're going to have a class that's pretty stout on the defensive end, that it should include the two best shot blockers in Elon basketball history. You already met one of them earlier. Our next inductee is the all-time shot blocker for Elon men's basketball, who also finished in the top 10 of points scored. 213 blocks to his credit, and it was a consistent 4-year journey with at least 40 blocks in each season, 122 blocks over his last 2 years. His 64 during his junior year and his 58 during his senior year, still ranked number 1 and number 2 on the list. A 4-time conference choice, twice by the coaches and twice by the media, he was the central piece in the winningest season in the Division I era, as the Phoenix won 21 games, captured the North Division of the Southern Conference regular season, and advanced to the postseason for the first time since joining the Division I level. The native of Belton, South Carolina, was a member of 2 teams that carded wins over Power 5 teams as they knocked off South Carolina in 2011 and 2012. His 1,600 plus points stand as the 3rd best number in the modern era of Elon basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present Lucas Troutman for induction into the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
They are not kidding when they said it gets a little bit more difficult as you stand up here. It finally actually starts to set in a little more. Biggest thing for me that I keep going back to was my decision to come to Elon. Receiving that first letter that I did in the mail is something I'll always remember, and not for the most obvious of reasons. Actually, when I first read it, I said, who the heck is Ellen University? I never heard of it, never thought about it, never thought I'd be standing here today. But that choice in my life changed and opened so many doors for me. Not only for the career, but moving forward in my life. It's where I met my wife. It's where, because of that, obviously we have our son. It gave me so much respect for my family and everything that I saw them go through over the years as I was trying to reach this goal. It is where they show me where I felt home. Elon is where I really grew as a person. It's where it made me so happy and proud to say that I am an Elon Phoenix. But I'd be remiss to say if I did any of this, obviously without my family. I don't know where they're sitting right now. I know everybody's spread out, but to my mother, my father, stepfather, thank you all for the support that you gave me over not only my career, but leading up to my career and through my life after. My grandparents, my in-laws, everybody that has always been there and standing there beside me through every choice that I've always made. Thank you to the trainers, Eric. I don't know where you are. I can't thank you for how many times you put me back together from different injuries over the years. I know I'm probably responsible for about 4 seasons of gray hairs for you, but I do appreciate everything you've done. To the coaches, how y'all recruited me and how you brought me in, how y'all treated me through the years while I was here. Thank you for your love, for your support, for making me, feel home. Once again, to Elon, thank you for everything that you have done for me. Thank you for opening all the doors in my life to the amazing career, to my family, to just everything. And thank you so much for this honor.
Our final inductee this afternoon closed his time at Elon with a career and one of the more decorated seasons in school history in 2014 and 2015. The first Elon Cross Country Division I All-American. He was also the CAA Cross Country Athlete of the Year and the CAA Most Outstanding Performer, and he earned the prestigious Stein Bassanite Outstanding Male Athlete honor in the spring. He finished 25th at the NCAA championships that season. It's the only race he did not win for the entire year. He was named to the NCAA Southeast Region Athlete of the Year after winning the regional championship. In his time at the CAA meet that year, just over 24 minutes and covering 8,000 meters was the second fastest time in school history. He also owns the fastest 10,000 meters in school history, just under 30 minutes, and in 4 efforts in conference championships in either the Southern Conference or the CAA, he never finished lower than 10th, which might help to tell you why he finished his career at Elon as a 4-time all-conference choice, including 3 first-team choices. Ladies and gentlemen, my honor to present Luis Vargas for induction as the newest member into the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
I'll be the first to say that my public speaking skills are not as good as my running skills. So I appreciate all of you bearing with me through this. Hearing all these speeches, it resonates everything with me, everything you guys say. It's an honor. I'm a fan of all of you. I was privileged to be able to watch some of you during my time here, spend time with you during my time here. Can't tell you the amount of times Marty just wakes up at like 7, 6 in the morning just to be there every single day and caring. You know, his earlier statement just really resonated with me with like, you have to care. That's the only reason I'm here. So really, like, not to like go through anything, but I wasn't really that special as from a career perspective in high school. But I had one coach, Christine Engel, who was the one that recruited me, and just, you know, thought I could be something. But yeah, so I mean, I'm just gonna, I really appreciate everybody here. Never thought I'd be here. And I really did not think this was gonna happen. But no, I mean, thank you to my family. Again, it's one thing to receive an offer to come to school. It's another to pay for it. And being a first generation going to college, it was not you know, hey, yeah, you got an offer letter, you get so many choices, pick whatever you want, and that's what you get. You know, the conversations are not that real, but my parents stuck with me. And I mean, there's nothing that I could have done, not an amount of races I could have won to really show my gratitude to everybody here. But with that said, let's go drink, have fun, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
One more round of applause for the entire Sports Hall of Fame class.